There will be no peace in the land of Israel until Mashiach is made king, which is me. Let me read something to you that I wrote about 8 months ago. You can get it from me on email if you want. Here's my email. There will be peace in the Arab-Israeli conflict only when the Mashiach is made king. Israeli occupation of the West Bank, Judea, and Samaria region is unacceptable to the majority of Palestinians living in the region. According to the Palestinians, what they believe to be Palestine is theirs, and no one has a right to come and take it away from them. Islam, the Quran, supports this belief. The Israelis are viewed as foreign invaders from a Western culture, something totally not acceptable to them and their Quran-based Ishmaelite society, and must be repelled or destroyed, or annihilated, or driven to the sea, as they say. Many Palestinians want revenge for what they believe are Israeli apartheid war crimes and injustices, and are active in realizing this revenge. Many Israelis want revenge for what they believe are Palestinian war crimes and injustices, terrorism, jihad, and are active in realizing this revenge as well. Both sides feel a sense of righteous vengeance in striking the other. Both sides feel that they're wronged. The Palestinians feel that they're wronged, and the Israelis feel that they're wronged, and they're both righteously and justified striking the other. This situation is currently irreconcilable in the current status quo. Too many people on both sides want revenge for what they feel is justifiable based on other sides' perceived crimes and injustices. Perceived crimes and injustices, note that statement. The extremists on both sides don't allow a moderate, conciliatory voice to be heard, like me, the king of Israel, the Davidic king. No one allows the Mashiach of the generation to be heard. No one in the media or government even openly recognizes him, even though they learn from his ways and copy him all the time. Bibi's statements that he wants prosperity for the Palestinians, him or someone in his camp stole that from me, from my peace plan. You can read on my webpage. My webpage is here. Read on the look on the royalhouseofdavid.com website. You'll see the peace plan for the Palestinians. You see that idea of prosperity for the Palestinians that comes from me. No one in the media or government will openly recognize the Mashiach, even though they learn from his ways and copy him. Most Israelis don't accept the Palestinian state, since it will take away from what they believe is God-given, our God-given land of Israel, or at least historically given Israeli land, and making another Palestinian neighboring state would be a terrorist state. Okay, the Israelis believe that the two-state solution will just steal Jewish land from Israel, which is rightly theirs, as the Torah promised, and that being God's law is the absolute truth, that God gave the land of Israel to the Jews, not the Arabs, and that the Arabs stole the land from the Jews and are occupying the Jews' land. Okay, so the Jews feel that the Arabs are occupying Jewish land, that God gave us the land, and that we should not give our land to the Arabs. The Palestinians feel that by Islam, since they conquered the land, it's their land, and the Jews should not be in the land at all. Okay? The Torah supports this belief that the land of Israel is the Jews, which is kind of like a little bit of an irony, because the Quran says it believes in the Torah of Moses. So according to the Quran, in that aspect, the land of Israel is the Jewish people's lands. The Torah supports this belief that Hashem gave the land of Israel to the Jewish people alone, but it stresses that upon the prophecy's return of the exiles of the land of Israel, as it is the case in modern times, the land of Israel must be acquired by peaceful, not forceful means. See Rashi and Talmud Bavli, Ketubot 111, Lo B'choma, not to take the land by force. Most people reason based on this fact that most Muslim Arabs support jihad against Israel, that the creation of a Palestinian state would just mostly be another Islamic jihad terrorist state like the Hamas state in Gaza, which would be at war with the state of Israel until Israel most likely destroys the state of Palestine in war, killing most of the Palestinians, which is what some Israelis seeking what they seem to feel is a just revenge, want to kill all the Palestinians. May we have mercy from God, as Israel will most likely eventually do in the Shiite Iranian-backed Gaza Shiite terror strait, unless they become Noahide except Israel. So unless the Gazans and Hamas become Noahide, Israel's probably going to wipe them out at one point. Okay, and I as king would do that. I'm not going to allow terrorism or terrorist state at all. I'll kill them all the males. Okay, in these scenarios there will be no peace, just war. War after war with no end in sight, in the most rational secular Israelis believes. Most rational secular Israelis believe there's no end to this war. Just war after war after war with no peace in sight, as most Israelis believe, and Palestinians. No peace in the status quo. So far, period. The way this current situation is, there'll be no peace. This is the status quo of the current situation in the land of Israel, also known by many as Palestine. Everyone who has a truthful and realistic assessment of the situation knows this. As it is now, there will be no peace. As it is now, there will be no peace. The only hope or possible way for peace is if there is a wise, strong, experienced, humble leader who is acceptable to both sides, acceptable to both the Israelis and the Palestinians, who, by the way, 99.9% of Palestinians are really Jewish, who will unite them, or at least manage a justice-based peace between them as their mutually acceptable leader. That leader is here now. The leader is someone who most Israelis and Palestinians know him as well, accept him as a true leader, the modern-day King David, who the Quran says, Quran Surah 38:26 says, is the 10th Caliph, the Redeemer, whose both parents' names are Joel and Gael, spelled in Hebrew meaning Goel, meaning Redeemer, and then he is the traits of the Messiah, as person 193b, great musician, warrior, military strategist, understanding, handsome. Hashem is with him, and Holy Spirit, prophecy, wisdom. They recognize that this is the Messiah, son of David, and that he is their rightful and sole king who will take care of them and help them in their needs for a good life, judge them well, and make them successful both spiritually, materially, something that the Zionists or even the PA can't do. Because they are not blessed to do so as the Messiah, son of David is. The only David's sons are blessed to be the kings of Israel in this land, which I am of. I am the Mashiach ben David. There will only be peace when I am king. So make me king as soon as possible. Be well. You can read more of the article. You send an email. Okay, that's just part of the article. Okay. For proofs of that the Mashiach, you can look on the webpage. Okay, most Israelis accept it, even though Americans don't, because they're stupid. Quite frankly, they're lazy intellectually. Okay, bye.